Do you have leftover yarn and craft embellishments that you don't know what to do with? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use these leftovers to make gorgeous hanging Christmas tree decorations, which is a perfect recycling project. To make these tree ornaments, you're going to need some leftover yarns. So I like to use them in different shades of green, but you could do this really in any colour. I also like to do the tree trunk in a different material, so for these I've used some twine to make the tree trunks. As you can see here, I have all sorts of leftover items from previous craft projects. So feel free to use whatever you've got left over, whether that's beads, gems, snowflakes, berries, whatever you may have, you can use in this project. The last things that you will need is a bit of cardboard, a pencil and a ruler, a pair of scissors, and a glue gun. To start, we need to draw out our Christmas tree. You can make a template and then repeat over and over again with your template. I'm drawing out a triangle with a rectangular base for the tree trunk. You can pick and choose what size you want to do here. This is a great way to use leftover cardboard. Once I've drawn my tree, I'm going to cut around it so that I then have my cardboard base. This is going to be used for sticking on our yarns later. Next, we want to attach our yarn. Pick the yarn that you want to work with, and we're going to add a line of hot glue onto the base of our Christmas tree. The chunkier the material you use, the quicker this is going to be. Once you've done your line of glue, stick your yarn that you're using on and start wrapping this around the tree. You can add dabs or lines of glue as you go. I then add a dab of hot glue near the tip of the tree to secure the yarn on the top of the tree. I pop a dab of glue on the back of the tree and I start wrapping to do a second layer to fill out any gaps that I may have. Once you reach the base of the tree, add a last line of glue, and once the yarn is secured, you can snip off the excess. I'm now going to add the twine for the tree trunk. Again, I'm going to use the glue gun and I'm going to make a line of hot glue at the base of the Christmas tree. I'm then going to stick the twine on this line of glue and I'm going to slowly wrap it around the tree trunk. I like to wrap the twine around the tree trunk a few times to make sure I'm covering any gaps. Once I'm happy with how it looks, I then make a line of glue either at the base of the tree trunk or on the back, and I stick down the final bit of twine, and any excess I have I can then trim away. Now it's time for the embellishments or the decorations on the tree. For this Christmas tree, I'm going to use little star beads. Again, I'm going to use the glue gun to do small dabs of glue on the back of the beads and I'm going to stick them over the top of the Christmas tree. I'm now going to choose a topper for my tree, and this time I'm using a white berry. I've snipped the stem off of the berry, and again I'm going to use a dab of glue to stick this at the top of the tree. For my previous ones, I've used a wooden snowflake and some gold holly leaves. To add the hoop to hang up your tree, I use a bit more of the twine and I cut out a length. I then fold this in half and I tie a nice tight knot, leaving a loop at one end. Any excess twine I have, I snip it away. And then I glue the knot onto the back of the Christmas tree near the top. And there you have your finished recycled items Christmas tree. It can be great to play around and experiment with different designs, different colours, different materials. You could even string some fairy lights around them as well. Let me know what leftovers you're using to create your lovely tree decorations. For more projects like this, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.